Alrighty, guys. So we got our next scene set up over here. So let's begin. And what are we going to be exploring? Volumes. So I got a box set up over here which already has the null material attached. So if we come over here to medium and click on absorption and we put it to almost white, just like that. And if I put it to 1,000, now there's a big debate going on in the Octane community right now. There are some people who are saying you should keep the volume step low to get faster results. While for me, what I've seen, if I crank it up all the way to 1000, it runs out really fast for me. But anyways, besides that, if I put the density to, let's say, zero point 0.5 or like 5, yep, it's just absorbing the light. As the name suggests, absorption. So yeah, absorption does that for you. So what I mostly use is random walk. Why? Because it gives the best volumetric results possible. Let me just crank it up. And if I put it to zero point 0.1, yep, that looks pretty good. Scattering, volume bending. We have the albedo over here. We could even change the color of the whole volume. The radius, you could also change the color of that. So if you're coming from a cycles background, you know what this does. Then we have scattering. If I put the scattering towards white over here and put this to 0.1, this will also give you a foggy effect if you want to add in the background, but obviously it's going to cost you your render time. The thing that I like personally about random walk is it's easy to set up and it gives you more flexibility than scattering or any sort of volume. Alrighty guys, so the next node that we have is the standard volume medium. This is a complicated node even for me. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making a separate video on this later down the line just to explain how you could use it. Now we are going to be going into volume medium. Now this is mostly best for like VDBs and stuff. So yeah, I should actually import a VDB for you guys just to explain this node. Alright, so we got a VDB imported over here, so I'll make a new texture and automatically it gives us the volume medium. I'll put it to white, put this to 1,000 so our viewport shouldn't struggle that much and might look like super dense right now. So what we could do is come over here to our density and put it to, let's say, 0.5. And where's Jeff? Yep, we could barely see Jeff over here. But what's the catch with this one? So let's say if we add in an area light over here and we point it towards Jeff, let me turn off the opacity and put it to 100. The volume node actually works best with VDBs and for like scattering things whenever we need to. Obviously, we also have the scatter amount over here. How thick the scatter should be or how soft the scatter should be. The higher the amount, the more the scattering, which basically means more light will pass through. I'll put it back to 1. Then also you have your absorption ramp and scattering ramp as well. And also you have your emission ramp as well. Let's say if you take out a file from a software, say Embergen, you actually get different maps as well, which you could easily plug it in towards these maps and just use them. So now I'm going to be deleting. Now let's come back over here. Medium switch, we obviously know what switches does. Phase function switch, this is also a switch. Volume ramp switch, we know what this does. So yeah, that covers our whole volume section. I know it was pretty small, but hey, I mean, dude, volumes are pretty simple. So, moving on towards the next chapter, we're going to be exploring the noise right after that. So, yeah, be prepared for that.